Hi, I'm Nicole Myers, and I'm the president of the National Council of Negro Women on Staten Island. And I'm joined here with my
Hi, I'm Barbara Maxwell, and I would like to welcome you to our 85th Founders Day celebration sponsored by Con Edison. Okay, I would like to guide you today through our history from our very beginning up until our present day. So please sit back, enjoy, relax, and listen to our amazing history of the National Council of Negro Women.
and this is our historian, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're back.
Yes, we are. 85th Founders Day celebration, Staten Island section of the National Council of Negro Women, Inc. welcomes you. Celebrating the 85th anniversary of the National Council of Negro Women, there is a picture of our founder, Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune.
Here is a picture of me. This was supposed to be a video of me providing greetings to everyone, but my tech skills are a little small, just a little small. And so I'm here instead to provide you greetings live. I want to welcome you for joining us today. Thank you very much for joining us on this 85th Founders Day celebration. And I also want to thank the program committee for doing all the research on Founders Day and on Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune and pulling all this information together. You will enjoy this show. I'm sure you will, and you'll learn something new as I did. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
The history of the National Council of Negro Women, Inc. This is a picture of a younger Dr. Bethune. We will now talk about our early history and the founding of NCNW. The National Council of Negro Women, Inc. was founded on December 5th, 1935 by Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. Dr. Bethune was a distinguished educator and government consultant whose parents were born into slavery. Even though her parents were born into slavery, Dr. Bethune went on to advise at least 4 presidents and to found a university. Dr. Bethune saw the need to harness the power and extend the leadership of African American women through a national organization. The organization started a few years before World War II, and it evolved from the National Association of Colored Women. The picture on your screen shows Mrs. Bethune, Mary McLeod Bethune, with the former presidents of the National Association of Colored Women's Clubs. Mary McLeod Bethune attending the White House Women's Council on April 4th, 1938. The first 4 decades of the organization was spent fulfilling Dr. Bethune's idea of a unified women's movement capable of addressing economic, political, and social issues affecting women and their families, creating, as Dr. Bethune likes to say, an organization of organizations. In the early years of NCNW, the small volunteer staff operated out of Dr. Bethune's living room in Washington, D.C. That desk looks so awful lot like my desk looks at sometimes.
It looks like my desk all the time.
During the 1930s, there were many organizations formed for the rights of African Americans, but few specifically for African American women and their families. This is a picture of a meeting, it looks like, in Dr. Bethune's home. This is a very important picture. This is Dr. Bethune's residence, which was designated as a National Historic Site on October 5th, 1982. There's a very important plaque that you cannot read from there, so I will read a portion of what it says to you. The plaque reads as follows. Born on July 10th, 1875 in Maysville, South Carolina, Mary McLeod Bethune was the daughter of a sharecropper. After attending Scotia Seminary in South Carolina, she founded Daytona School for Negro Girls, which became Bethune-Cookman College, which is still in effect today. A leader in the Black Women's Club movement, Mrs. Bethune became advisor to Presidents Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, and Franklin Roosevelt. During the administration of President Roosevelt, Mrs. Bethune served as special advisor on minority affairs and director of the Division of Negro Affairs. In 1935, she founded the National Council of Negro Women. This site serves as headquarters for the National Council of Negro Women until 1949. Again, if you're in the Washington area, this is a must-see, the Mary McLeod Bethune Museum. As we mentioned before, Dr. Bethune advised many presidents. As you can see here, she's sitting with President Harry Truman. I would also like to say something about her association with Franklin Roosevelt. She was national advisor, and she worked to create the Federal Council on Negro Affairs, also known as the Black Brain Trust. She was advisor on Black affairs, and in 1936, 45 Blacks were appointed to high-level positions in the federal government. This is the first time in history, which became a part of Franklin's New Deal.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
And she also was the highest ranking Black woman that served in the federal government during the New Deal.
Great.
Phenomenal lady, to say the least.
Very much so. Dr. Bethune also served as president of Bethune-Cookman College, president and founder. She served as president of the college from 1936 to 1942. Her legacy continues at Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona Beach, Florida. NCNW's mission is to lead, advocate for, and empower women of African descent, their families, and communities. Although Dr. Bethune and the NCNW was very much involved in the struggle for equal rights, especially in the 1940s, she was careful to keep NCNW on the conservative side and did not support the amendment. You're looking at pictures of the national chairs. As you can read there, we started with Mary McLeod Bethune, and our current president is Janetta B. Cole. She was elected in 2018, and she is our current president or chair.
And she was reelected in September.
Great.
Right along with us.
Okay. We will now talk about present day NCNW Inc. The building that you're looking at is a very famous building on Pennsylvania Avenue. It's the national headquarters, and it's at 633 Pennsylvania Avenue. It was purchased on December 8, 1995, and later dedicated as the Dorothy I. Height Building of the NCNW on May 26, 2003. I believe it's the only Black-owned building on Pennsylvania Avenue, so we, of course, are very proud of it.
Yes, we are.
NCNW's current national chair, Dr. Janetta Cole, has a program for the future. The 4 bullets are education with a special focus on science, technology, engineering, and math, encourage entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and economic stability, educates women about good health and HIV/AIDS, promotes civic engagement, and advocates for sound public policy and social justice. NCNW has and continues to make a difference in our world. Some of our programs include public education and advocacy for African Americans, on Supreme Court and lower court nominees, early childhood literacy programs, a partnership with National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. Some of the worldwide programs include partnering with national women's organizations in Benin to discover technology, literacy, microcredit, and economic empowerment programs, developing a small business incubator in Senegal. Now we will talk about our Staten Island section. We will explore the founding and the early history.
Among the current 300 nationwide campuses and community-based sections, our very own Staten Island has a section as well, which was founded in 1956 by Miss Lewis Brown and Miss Willie Mae Taylor. They actually met and wanted to develop a council that were of non-professional women that could participate in community affair events and that were not always connected to a church affiliation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Out of this meeting, it was called the Women's Council. So out of this meeting, the Women's Council was established. And they held their first luncheon in April of 1967. From that time, at that meeting, they invited Miss Daisy George to come and speak at the event, and she loved the work that they were doing. She asked them to consider becoming a National Council of Negro Women of Staten Island. They took her up on that charge, and in 1968, the Women's Council became the North Shore Staten Island section of the National Council of Negro Women. And the charter that's on your right is an actual charter that we still have today. And that's passed on from president to president.
The Staten Island section present.
So right now, this is our new board that was elected for their positions in September. And we are will be a board for the next 2 years. I am the current president, as I had mentioned before. And so we're going to go through a couple of events that we have participated in over the last year. The one to the right with the gentleman in the middle is a Frederick Douglass event that we participated in. And the men who are welcome members of our section and the sections nationally, they are called associates. And so that is one of the associates of our section. The picture on the right is a masquerade gala that we had last December. Every year we celebrate community members who have done stellar work in the community. And this was the last event that we held in April of 2019. And in this picture, there's a couple of founding members of the Staten Island section. So we are very proud to be able to still maintain connections and communications with our founding members. Here is the Bethune Height Recognition Luncheon. This is a luncheon that's held annually where all of the sections in New York State come together. Actually, it's an event that's held nationally for each state. So the one in New York State was held, and Staten Island section was a part of that. And those were the members that attended and represented us, including one of our founding members, which is the one that's sitting down, Miss Alame Clark. We had a national convention just recently, and these are the delegates that represented the section at that convention. We were very proud of their representation, and took they got a lot of information from the convention and brought it back to the section. We're looking forward to incorporating that information into our work. Here is members of our youth council. The youth council is working on a number of items. The person in the middle with the orange mask on is actually our third vice president, and she's leading the efforts under the youth council. And the person to the right is our parliamentarian, who is a recent graduate and going on to pursue her master's. We're very proud of the work that she's doing and continue to do. Here are our former presidents, a number of former presidents that we have that we continue to honor and celebrate. And so we actually, two of them are on our board right now still.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
true, Brenda and Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we had a breast cancer awareness event, and we asked our national affiliates to come out and help us raise awareness on breast cancer and support us on that event. And they did. And so we have some members of Alpha Kappa Alpha who came out and represented. We have members of Delta Sigma Theta who came out and represented, and we have members of Lambda Kappa Mu sorority who all came out and represented and supported us, raised money, and we continue to support efforts to reduce cancer and its impact in our communities. Right?
Yes. Staten Island section programs and community service.
So now we'll talk a little bit about some of the programs that we've been engaged in. This particular picture, I can't really remember what program this was, but let me tell you, I was so happy with this picture because I look so skinny in the picture. I just had to put this in here. Maybe I was coming back from walking. We had the Shaolin Trekkers group, but I look so skinny. I had to keep it in there.
Okay, Nicole.
You want to talk about this?
Okay, yes. This is the voter registration and census phone bank efforts that we did in 2020. We are very proud of our accomplishments. We're thankful and proud of the ladies that participated. We made sure that every single one of our NCNW past and present members were called. We wanted to make sure they had registered to vote. If they needed any help with that, we were willing to help them register right online. We had our laptops there ready to help them. We also made sure they had a way to the polls. If they didn't have a way, we would provide a way for them to get to the polls. So we feel very proud of that endeavor.
Yeah, and with coronavirus, amongst us, we also wanted to make sure they were aware of what the new procedures were because of coronavirus, how they were able to still be able to vote safely.
Right.
So we were definitely very proud of this effort.
Yes.
And here is our high school scholarship award and efforts that we had undertaken on this effort. So we have workshops.
Yes.
That we do every year where we teach high school students how to apply for scholarships, writing techniques for scholarships, giving them, of course, the history of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. We have speakers, teachers that come and speak to them and also give them tips. And we also serve as mentors to them. And then we also partner in events like the Kwanzaa event and other events where we can engage with you right there on the spot, right?
Great.
Yeah.
This is our annual Christmas celebration with the seniors at West Brighton Community Center. This is something we missed this year, of course, because of the COVID, but it's a party that everyone enjoys. We have gifts. We buy gifts for at least 50 plus seniors. We have a DJ, we have dancing, and then we have a delicious lunch. The seniors seem to enjoy it, as well as the National Council of Negro Women. We enjoy it as well. Hopefully it will resume in 2021.
But in the meantime, we have instituted a home delivery program
Yes.
to help the seniors with delivery of fresh fruits and vegetables. So, and it's grown every year. I know last year we had over 100 seniors.
Yeah.
There were no seats left in the room. I mean, they were really partying too. It's a very nice program.
Yes.
Now we'll talk a little bit about our collaborative efforts with affiliate and community-based organizations. So here's one where we partnered with Lambda Kappa Mu, the Purple Hats Society, and the Delta Sigma Theta Staten Island Alumni Chapter to focus in on raise awareness on World AIDS Day. And that was a very good event. We had it at St. John's University. Here we were at Faith United Church, and we were actually putting together packages of food to deliver, actually to give out in the community, but in addition to giving it out in the community, we actually deliver that food. And so we partnered with the Eastern Stars and Lambda Kappa Mu and other organizations on that effort. The Dr. Seuss Read a Book with PS44 is another great program that we've been engaged in for some time.
Yes.
Our Get Out to Vote efforts, and we did the same thing with COVID-19, where we post to encourage people in our community to vote or to continue to raise awareness on impacts in our communities as much as we can. We did a food drive. This food drive had a number of efforts to it. There was a census drive, it was a food drive, it was a fatherhood engagement event, just being out in the community, meeting people where they are. That's what we do. That's who we are. That's who we want to be. And so that's what the one event on one side is. And on the other side with the turkey Thanksgiving, we were able to partner with St. Philip's Church, Baptist Church, and we delivered Thanksgiving turkeys to families in the West Brighton community. Here, we was part of our seniors doing home deliveries with the seniors. We had a congressional candidate forum, which was really very informative. Again, a partner with our Delta Sigma Theta sorority sisters. Here, 7-day shuttle service. We did a Get Out the Vote effort with Councilwoman Debbie Rose and a community collective group. There were a large number of members. And it was a large effort, and we provided 10 days of shuttle service through that collaboration in 7 neighborhoods. So it was a huge undertaking. And NCNW was one of the lead organizers on the transportation efforts. And so we're very proud of that effort as well. We want to ensure that we do everything we can to ensure that our community's votes are counted. These are a group of the newer members who came out to support one of our events, but they also are engaged in the health and wellness initiative that we have, which is a walking initiative where we go out and we're walking over bridges and parks and things of that nature. You should join us, Barbara.
I will try.
7 days of good trouble when gun violence was getting to be a little bit too much in our neighborhoods. You know, NCNW was one of the community organizers that was out there on the streets, you know, raising awareness, letting our communities know that we love them and we're there for them. And whatever we need to do to get the connections and the supports that they need in order to prosper in this world, we're there to do that. And so we participated in this. And right after this, actually, a newspaper article came out maybe a month later. Research showed that Staten Island's gun violence had dropped drastically. And I want to say this community effort was part of the reason for that.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you, Barbara. Black Lives Matter. You know, we're always on the forefront of matters that concern African Americans. And so here we were at the forefront.
Now we come to Dr. Bethune's last will and testament. Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune, our founder, left us on May 18, 1955. Dr. Bethune left us her last will and testament. A portion of that cherished document is included in this history today. I leave you love. Love builds. It is positive and helpful. It is more beneficial than hate. I leave you hope. Our growth will be great in the years to come. Yesterday, our ancestors endured the agony of slavery, yet they retained their dignity. Today, we direct our economic and political strength toward winning a more abundant and secure life. I leave you the challenge of developing confidence in one another. As long as we are hemmed into racial blocks by prejudice and pressure, it will be necessary for us to band together for economic betterment. I leave you a thirst for education. Knowledge is the prime need of the hour. More and more, we are taking full advantage of hard-won opportunities for learning, and the educational level of our population is at its highest point in history. I leave you respect for the use of power. We live in a world which respects power above all things. Power intelligently directed can lead to more freedom. Unwisely directed, it can be a dreadful, destructive force.
Powerful words.
Yes. I leave you faith. Faith is the first factor in a life devoted to service. Without faith, nothing is possible. With it, nothing is impossible.
Amen.
I leave you racial dignity. I want you to maintain our human dignity at all costs. We as Negroes must recognize that we are the custodians as well as the heirs of a great history.
Custodians of a great history. That's beautiful.
Wise lady. I leave you a desire to live in harmony with your fellow men. The problem of color is worldwide. I leave you finally a responsibility to our young people. Our children must never lose their zeal for building a better world. They must never be discouraged from aspiring to greatness, nor must they forget that the masses of our people are still underprivileged, ill-housed, impoverished, and victimized by discrimination. The Staten Island National Council of Negro Women takes great pride in celebrating the legacy of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune. on this, the 85th anniversary of the founding of the National Council of Negro Women, Inc.
And here is a number, not all of our members, but many of our members. So on behalf of the section, we want to thank you very much for joining us on this journey and celebrating with us as we recognize the 85th Founders Day and celebrate this day.
Yes, that's right.
If you want to get in contact with us, if you want to become a member of the National Council of Negro Women, here is how you do that. Easiest way is ncnwsi.org. You go on the website, all of our contact information is there and available to you. And here I am, and the planning committee. So these were all the members of the planning committee who participated in this program and made this program what it is.
Yes, we would like to thank each and every one of them. Everyone, we certainly appreciated all of your participation and your hard work.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
So you're seeing this. Thank you. And again, we could not do this without Con Edison's support. Thank you very, very much, Con Edison. You've been a long time friend to National Council
and
supporter to the National Council of Negro Women, and we continue to appreciate.
We do appreciate it so much. Thank you, Con Edison.
And if you want to enjoy and join us, even on those walks, Barbara, you see, improve your health one trek at a time. You see that, Barbara?
I see that.
Please feel free to join us. And thanks again. Thank you all. We appreciate it. See you later until our next program. See you all later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget